Hello, all you amazing, wonderful, beautiful people out there. Welcome to this episode. And in today's episode, we're going to be discussing the weapons of Doom Eternal. But make sure you stick around to the end of the episode where I will be discussing my recommendations on what weapons and what mods to use in Doom Eternal. So sit back and relax, and I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Before we get into this video though, I would greatly appreciate it if you guys would Doomslayer smash that like button and hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you guys can be up to date when my videos go live on the channel. Kicking things off, we're going to be discussing the combat shotgun. The combat shotgun is a one-shot kill for most fodder demons, which is good to clean up groups of demons and is also useful to clear paths to maneuver while you're running around the battlefield. The combat shotgun is also good for staggering enemies and is a very dynamic weapon useful in a wide range of situations in close quarters combat. The combat shotgun, however, is not useful when it comes to long range situations unless you have the sticky bomb mod equipped. Which leads us into the next topic about the combat shotgun, which is the mods. So starting off, we're going to be discussing the sticky grenades. The sticky grenades is by far my most used mod in the game, and the reason for that is because the sticky grenades are good for targeting weak points on some of the larger demons such as the Mancubus. The sticky grenades also cause quite a bit of damage while also having an area effect to damage demons around your target. However, the sticky grenade is not extremely useful up close because it can damage the Slayer, which can lead to some very precarious situations when playing throughout Doom Eternal. The full auto mod for the combat shotgun is also a great attachment, but this is one I don't use nearly as much. The full auto mod is great to cause a lot of damage extremely quickly, but it does burn through a lot of your shotgun ammo. Now on to the heavy cannon, which is the second weapon that you obtain in the campaign of Doom Eternal. The heavy cannon is able to quickly stagger fodder enemies within a few well-placed shots. Without any mods though, the heavy cannon is not extremely useful, since it's just the machine gun aspect does not really provide a large enough effect on larger demons to make it useful in a lot of situations. But when it comes to the mods for the heavy cannon, which are the precision bolt and micro missiles, this is where it comes in to affect the most. So when it comes to the precision bolt, this is excellent for targeting weak points on demons, such as the Mancubus. When you do shoot the precision bolt though, it does use 6 shots of ammo, which after a while adds up, so you want to be careful when using the precision bolt. Another great thing with the precision bolt is that one shot to fodder enemies usually kills them instantly, and the headshots with the head precision bolt are extremely satisfying. So if you want something that's extremely satisfying, then use the precision bolt. Now on to the micro missiles. The micro missiles explode, causing a small amount of splash damage and direct contact damage. When you shoot the micro missiles, 12 missiles per charge are launched. The micro missiles are more for general cases of use rather than using them on specific demons such as the precision bolt, which is extremely useful for the weak points on demons. So when it comes to the micro missiles, it's probably best just to use them to take out large groups of fodder enemies extremely quickly or provide the finishing damage to some of those heavy demons. So moving on to the plasma rifle, which is the third weapon obtained in Doom Eternal. The plasma rifle can be used in a wide range of situations because it has a high rate of fire while also being able to be used at range, even though shots do not travel very quickly. The plasma rifle's basic fire will cause small amounts of damage and also has a small amount of splash damage, but with the high fire rate you can cause an enormous amount of damage relatively quickly. When multiple shots from the plasma rifle hit in quick succession together on a single demon, it will cause an explosion which will erupt, causing damage to the demons around the target. The plasma rifle is most useful to break demon shields, especially the soldier demons that have energy shields. Now, when it comes to the mods for the plasma rifle, you have 2 options, which are the heat blast and microwave beam. So with the heat blast, by firing the plasma rifle, you will build up heat, which then you can blast, eliminate multiple demons at once, and also staggering heavier demons. The heat blast has 3 levels of charge, which with number 3 being the largest and most powerful level. When you fire off the heat blast, it doesn't just affect the enemies where you're aiming at, it also affects the enemies around you. so it can be very useful to get you out of sticky situations if you have it charged up. For the microwave beam, this has a more limited use, but is also a very powerful mod. The microwave beam has a medium-ish range that targets a single demon. When a demon is fired upon, a single beam of plasma will lock onto the target. It'll lock the demon in place and cook them like a hot pocket in the microwave, which causes the demon to explode after a continual amount of time, which can be judged by the bar at the bottom of the crosshairs. When the demons explode due to the microwave beam, they cause an area effect, which can affect the demons around them as well. Moving on to the rocket launcher, which is the fourth weapon obtained in Doom Eternal. The rocket launcher does a huge amount of damage through a direct impact and splash damage effect. The rocket launcher does have limited ammo though, so it is something to be used sparingly rather than often. The rocket launcher will damage the Slayer if fired within close proximity, so it is best to use the rocket launcher at medium to long ranges. Now when it comes to the mods for the rocket launcher, these are the remote detonate and lock on burst. So when it comes to the remote detonate mod for the rocket launcher, this one is one that will allow the player to detonate the rocket on a second trigger press after firing the rocket, which can be useful to help prevent loss of ammo. If you happen to miss your shot, you can still have splash damage effect on demons. The lock-on burst, which is the second mod for the rocket launcher, is extremely useful and my favorite mod of the two. When locking onto a single demon, the lock-on burst will fire 3 rockets that will track the target. This is extremely useful for the Prowler demons specifically. It is also extremely useful for fast-moving demons, such as the Whiplash. Alright, so now on to everybody's favorite weapon, which is the Super Shotgun. The Super Shotgun is the 5th weapon that you obtain in Doom Eternal, and this weapon does a huge amount of damage in close quarters combat and has a wide spread, so it is able to take out large groups of enemies, but it can also be useful at medium ranges as well. The Super Shotgun is really useful for making heavier demons stumble, giving you that extra little second that you need to maneuver around the map. It is also extremely useful for clearing out large groups of demons, since it does have that wide spread on it that I discussed earlier. The Super Shotgun does use 2 shells per shot though, so you have to remember that when it comes to your ammo, and if you're low on shotgun ammo, the Super Shotgun is going to use it up really quickly. So the Super Shotgun only has one mod, and it is the meat hook. The meat hook is great for providing the Slayer another way to navigate the arena, especially in those scenarios where you need to close the gap between you and a demon and you've got no other way to get there really quickly besides the meat hook. The mastery of the meat hook though is where it really shines, because when you master the meat hook, it allows you to light demons on fire when you grapple to them using the meat hook, which also gives you the availability to be able to shoot the demons and get a whole lot of armor out of that demon that you had just lit on fire. Now on to the 6th weapon that you obtain in Doom Eternal, which is the Ballista. The Ballista uses the same ammo type as the plasma rifle, and when firing the Ballista, it will cost you 25 energy cells per shot, so you need to be cautious of how much ammo you have. The Ballista is extremely useful for medium and long ranges with its extremely powerful bolt that it can fire very precisely. Ballista really shines though when you use it in a combo with another weapon, such as the Super Shotgun or the rocket launcher. The Ballista is probably the most useful weapon for flying demons because of its large amount of damage that it does provide against those demons. Now for the mods for the Ballista, it has 2 mods as well, which are the Arbalist and Destroyer Blade. The Arbalist is essentially very similar to the base model of the Ballista, but when using this mod, it will zoom in on your target like using a scope, and it will charge up your bolt, so when it is fired, it causes a larger amount of damage than the basic fire of the Ballista does. The Arbalist also uses 25 energy cells per shot, and it will slow down the Slayer, so you need to be cautious of the situation you're in. Now when it comes to the Destroyer Blade, it will use 50 energy cells per shot, so this one uses up a lot more of your ammo, so you need to be cautious. The Destroyer Blade, when it has a full charge before firing, it will fire a large blade that will cover a huge area of ground, which will cause a large amount of damage. but it does slow down the Doomslayer quite a bit, so you do need to be cautious about your scenario, just as you do with the Arbalest. Now on to the 7th weapon obtained in Doom Eternal, which is the chain gun, and one of my favorite guns in the game. The chain gun uses the same ammo as the heavy cannon, which is the rifle rounds. The chain gun will burn through your ammo extremely quickly because of its fast fire rate, so you need to be extremely cautious when using this weapon about how much ammo you have left if you need to use your heavy cannon precision bolt as well. The chain gun is also extremely useful for flying demons such as the ballista because it has such a high fire rate and it can focus on those demons extremely easily. The chain gun has two mods, which are the mobile turret and the energy shield. The mobile turret, which is by far my favorite, fires even faster than the basic mode of the chain gun, which means you'll use your ammo up even faster than you were with the basic version of the chain gun. So you do need to be extremely cautious with your ammo when it comes to that. For the energy shield, this can be useful in helping you achieve and beat some of those higher difficulties such as Nightmare and Ultra Nightmare, because the energy shield will absorb incoming damage from demons and protect the Slayer as like a secondary shield. So this can be a great use in multiple scenarios when you have a lot of demons around you and you need that quick second to figure out what's your next move, so you use the energy shield to absorb some of the damage so you don't have to worry about it. Now on to the two heavy hitter weapons of the game, which is the BFG 9000 and the Unmaker. Both of these weapons use the same ammo type, which is extremely rare, so you have to be very understanding of when you need to use these weapons and when to hold them for later portions of the game. When it comes to which one's better, I prefer the BFG 9000 because you're able to fire it and it take out multiple demons in a single shot. With the Unmaker though, it is also extremely destructive and you can get a lot of shots out of the same amount of ammo as it would take for one shot in the BFG. So it's kind of personal preference on which one you enjoy to use, but my personal preference is the BFG 9000. Now for the Crucible. By far the most powerful weapon in Doom Eternal, but the ammo for this weapon is extremely limited. So this is a one-off style weapon that you use when you've got that one annoying demon such as the Archvile that you need to just immediately take out and not have to worry about. So you whip out this weapon, you go all Obi-Wan Kenobi on the Archvile's butt and you take him out of the arena, and that way you don't have to worry about him no more. So the Crucible, by far, most powerful weapon in the game, but it is extremely limited in ammo. So this is one of those weapons that you need to decide which demon you want to use it on. So that way you can take them off the battlefield and you have less to worry about and you can take on the other demons throughout the battle. But don't forget that the Doomslayer also has some equipment at his disposal, such as the Flame Belch, the Grenade Launcher, and the Ice Bomb. All have their uses and all are useful in certain scenarios. For example, the Flame Belch, when you light demons on fire, it gives you armor, so that's extremely useful if you want to survive, especially in the harder difficulties such as Nightmare and Ultra Nightmare. The Grenade Launcher, this is just one of those weapons you say yeet and you just launch it into a crowd of demons and watch them explode and watch the fireworks, because who doesn't enjoy fireworks, right? And then for the Ice Bomb, this is one of those, you just got those pesky demons such as the Whip Blast, so you just want to freeze in place and go all ham on their butt, take out the super shotgun, blast them, and then move on with your life. So don't forget to use those because those are extremely important, and the more you become skilled with using all the weapons in combination with each other and the equipment, the more you'll be able to just slay the demons and make them look like they shouldn't even left their bed that morning. Alright, so on to my recommendations on what weapons and what mods to use for Doom Eternal. So starting off with the combat shotgun. I run the combat shotgun with the sticky grenades, but every once in a while I will switch to full auto to take out some demons that are just being annoying. For the heavy cannon, I love to run the precision bolt because that is my go-to weapon to take out any weak spots on demons, such as the cannons on the Mancubus. The plasma rifle, this one is a pretty easy one for me because I'm not a big fan of the microwave beam, so I really take advantage of the heat blast, and I use the heat blast quite often, especially in large groups of demons and to stagger other demons when I'm in the middle of an intense fight and I need an escape. For the rocket launcher, this one I have only ever really used one mod, which is the lock-on burst, because it is so useful for the prowler demons, for the whiplash demons, and for any other fast-moving demon that you need to lock on, shoot, and forget about. So that is why I use the lock-on burst for the rocket launcher. For the super shotgun, this one's just a super shotgun with the meat hook. You just use it, destroy demons, win the game. Simple as that. When it comes to the ballista, I feel like this is a weapon that I don't use the mods nearly enough. I don't enjoy the destroyer blade. I think it takes way too long to charge up, and it can put you in sticky situations. So I do use the arbalist, but even then I don't use it that much. I'll use it to pick off Kaka demons or work on a pain elemental, but other than that, I just use the base version of the ballista. For the chain gun, this one I actually use both mods quite often, the mobile turret and energy shield. The mobile turret is, I use that to just wreck house with demons, and then when it comes to the energy shield, I use those in those big fights that I know are going to be extremely intense, and I'm just going to need that extra little bit of protection while I try to figure out what my next move is in the middle of the battle. So both of those mods for the chain gun are extremely useful, but the one downfall with the chain gun, like I said before, is it burns through ammo so quickly, so you constantly have to be chainsawing those little poor zombies that just want to give you a hug. So my recommendation is just use both mods, figure out which ones you like and what situations, and most of all, just experiment with the game, spend time, try to understand what things you like, how you like to play, what your play style is, because that's what's going to matter in the end. So I'd like to thank you guys for sticking to the end of this video, and if you guys did enjoy this video, I would greatly appreciate if you would smash that like button, and if you didn't enjoy this video, or if you think I should have done a better job explaining these weapons, then hit that dislike button. I'd love to hear your guys' feedback, so don't be afraid to hit me up in the comments below. I have all my social medias linked in the description below, so go check those out for some more daily content. And if you guys haven't already, hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell, so that way you guys can be up to date when my videos go live. Be on the lookout here in the future, or depending on when you're watching this video, I will have some other tutorials and guides out for Doom Eternal, so go check those out if you guys want to learn some more about Doom Eternal and learn how to improve your playstyle. Without further ado, guys, we'll talk to you later. Do good, do have fun, and do be kind. We'll see you guys later. Peace.